So perhaps you are completely on your own, and maybe it's through choice, or maybe it's through, you're stuck somewhere else in the world on your own and you can't get back home. So the purpose of this video is that due to public demand, we are looking at a growing group of people, or young people in particular, that are on their own and they're suffering and they're dealing with this social isolation. So that's what we're going to be talking about for the next 5 to 8 minutes. Now, we are in unprecedented times. The World Health Organization have declared this pandemic, and they have advised us to socially isolate. They call it social isolation, but I prefer to call it physical isolation. And then we have countries and areas in complete lockdown or isolation or not moving, and nobody knows how long it's for, and nobody knows, nobody knows where this is going to go. It is unprecedented because we haven't had these kind of restrictions, especially in Europe, since the Second World War. And there's a lot of research shows that social isolation is not very good for our health. Like it's not great for our cardiovascular system and for our brain activity either as well. All of that gets accelerated and inflames. What does that mean? It means that we would be more likely to get dementia, or instead of dementia, or suffer from mental health difficulties, if not now, then later on afterwards, such as stress, anxiety, depression, not even to mention post-traumatic stress and all of these conditions. So the purpose of this video, really, we're going to talk about 6 things that you can do immediately to turn it round, because we don't want you waiting, thinking, well, I'm going to stay here now and then after all of this I'm going to seek help, because that's when there's going to be a social recession. People are talking about actual monetary recessions, but we're talking about a social recession, which in my view is even worse. So what kind of things can we do to really take the bull by the horns and turn things round so we're in more control of our lives? So a lot of you that are on your own, that you're really lonely, you're probably looking at a lot of social media and things like that. Please stop that, because when you're looking at other people's posts, that comparison will just make you feel more lonely, because then you think to yourself, I wish I was there and I'm not there, what can I do? And increases those sorts of hopelessness and loneliness. And what you want to do is be more introspective. What kind of things do you want to do? What kind of things have you always wanted to do that you just haven't had a chance to? Like years and years ago, when I used to be a teacher, I loved languages, I loved travel, I wanted to play lots of instruments. So I played instruments when I was a child, so I was really lucky that, that I had that opportunity, and I really wanted to play them again, but I just didn't have time because of the nature of my work. I thought that, writing books were for other people. I thought that, if I did a set of audited accounts, I would die. And I'm still alive, and all of the things that I thought that I could never do, I've actually done. So what kind of things do you want to do? And what kind of things are achievable within the next 4 to 8 weeks? Is it finding your soulmate, getting in touch with some friends again? 6-pack, learning that language, writing that book, learning that instrument, that guitar, or whatever it is that you've got that you put in the cupboard and it hasn't seen the light of day, but you've been waiting for the right time, and because of work commitments and everything, the right time has never come. Or what about the Quran, or the Bible, or the Torah? You really want to read it, but it's kind of like they're kind of like looking good, So first of all, write down about 5 or 6 things that you really want to do, that you're really passionate about. And then once you've got the basis of where we can start. And so the second thing to do is make sure that you have your schedule. So your schedule needs to be, so you're waking up around the same time every day, that you're doing the same things, that you're taking breaks around the same time, because we all need a schedule. We can't just work in the night, for example, and sleep in the day. And so, for example, what we do together, myself and my team, we do PE with Joe. That starts at 9 o'clock UK time. I'm actually on my own here, but I never feel lonely because I have a community around me and I'm always really busy. But I think that PE with Joe is a great way to start the day because it really does fill you with those feel-good chemicals, those feel-good hormones, makes you want to focus more, makes you want to work, and it breaks it up in the sweat as well. That's a really great way to start the day. And then have a schedule with breaks. I mean, I love as well doing a shake and vac to bring the freshness back. I know that when the freshness comes back, that it's time for me to stop. And I'm quite that every day. So make sure that you've got your schedule when you're working, when you're taking your breaks, and when you're doing all of those things. And so the third thing, to connect and reconnect with friends, because usually we can't connect with friends because we don't have the time. There's so many things getting in the way, and now we don't have those things getting in the way, and we really need each other in this time because it's not a social distancing that's needed. It's a social solidarity, getting everybody together to help us through this situation so we can get through the other side, not just in one piece, but a new improved version of ourselves. So the number 4 would be, getting out and about. And I know that you can't really get out and about. You can go out and do the shopping, but making sure you're moving around. I did mention about doing the shake and vac. I did mention about PE with Joe, but make sure that you're doing some exercise, and that you're not kind of like lounging around too much. I'm not saying that you shouldn't lounge around. Some days, to be in your pajamas is a great thing, but at least have that structure of what you want to achieve and then start following it. The 5th thing is to eat well. Make sure that you're eating well. You know what to do. You want to eat, those nutritious meals and drinking lots of water, because you really do need to take care of your brain right now. You really need to take care of your body right now to make sure you maximize things. Also as well, don't be afraid to take vitamins, because in boosting our physical health is going to make us more stronger and immune to disease. Those of you that really want to do something like volunteering is such a beautiful thing. That's the 6th thing you can do. You can go out, you can volunteer. A friend of mine and one of our trustees, she's actually going out and she's getting shopping and buying shopping for vulnerable people and then bringing it back. And it's just a feeling of solidarity and camaraderie. And if not, then there's many other charities, ours included, where, we're looking for volunteers. Now, if all of those things from 1 to 6 doesn't work, and usually it does take about 2 weeks, and some psychologists even say 3 weeks, to start to develop new routines and behaviours, then do contact and get support. So the first thing you can do, if you're under 24 years old, is contact our organisation, because we have a group of mentors that are specifically trained that they can mentor you. Although we're not doing personal meetings, we're doing a lot of online sessions, and if that doesn't faze you, then that's great. If you're over 24 and we can't provide that with you, then please contact your doctor, because there's lots of online services and assessments now, and then they can refer you. Do not wait until the end of all of this, because otherwise we're going to head right into a social recession, and it's going to be worse, because that means that everybody will be demanding the same thing and there'll be a shortage and it's going to be difficult. Look and take care of yourself now, because out of all of this is going to be a new future, new opportunities and new things that you can do. So start planning and start preparing yourself for this new future ahead. So thank you very much for watching this video. And normally we do videos about young people, because we're a charity that support young people in mental distress. But due to popular demand, we've decided to speak about social isolation, because it's really having an impact. There's a lot of people that are on their own and they don't have anybody around them to be able to buffer them and help them up. So please follow these 6 or 7 steps. Please do contact us if there's any advice that you want to give that we can share. Thank you very much for watching this video, and we'll see you on the next video tomorrow. Thank you very much.